Hey guys, how you doing? December is finally here. Christmas is upon us. I need to let you know real quickly before we go on this review. We'll be doing a couple of giveaways, so you want to stay very close to our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't just yet. Check out our social media handles as well, our Twitter handle and our Instagram pages at TechCityNG, and of course, go to the website www.techcityng.com. You never know what we'll be giving away this season. In the spirit of giving, I am here to give you information about the Nokia 8. It is a fine phone, I've got to tell you. Off the pack, it is such a beautiful phone. I handled it for the first time, I was like, that is sleek. And of course, I'm so excited that I'm about to talk to you and share with you my experience with the device, the features that perform very amazingly on the smartphone, and why you should also go get it. I'll let you in on what the body looks like. I'm sure you can even see it yourself, but it's got the volume rocker on this side, right? The power on off button here, the USB Type-C charging port just beneath here, the mouthpiece here as well. The home key, it's not an actual button. Yes, so the only buttons on the device are the power on and off button and the volume rocker. On this side is the SIM tray. It's got the home key on this side and soft touch keys back, and menu, just beside that. There's of course the front facing camera and the speaker. When you flip the device over, you see the back-facing camera, which is branded Zeiss. Nokia kind of reignited their relationship or their affair with Zeiss on the Nokia 8, and I cannot wait to show you the camera quality on the Nokia 8. You know, if I had $1,000 for every smartphone that is the something 8, I will be able to afford all of them. But moving on real quickly, the Nokia 8 has a beautiful unibody aluminum and metal design, aluminum and glass design. The back panel is aluminum, the front is glass, and the sides are also metal. I love how you cannot exactly tell where both glass and aluminum meet on the smartphone. The design is so smooth and it's really beautiful. It doesn't look much different from the Nokia 5. However, the build is a bit more exquisite when you compare it to the Nokia 5. I mean, practically every element of the hardware is the way it was the Nokia 5, but this just looks a bit more appealing. It's a 5.3-inch device. It's got Quad HD resolution, yes, and it comes at 7.9 millimeters. Let's talk about the display first, which is what you of course see when you turn on the device. Now the device comes with a Quad HD IPS screen, like I mentioned earlier, and its resolution is 1440 by 2560 pixels. The first thing that comes to mind is that's quite high. Of course, when you look at the size of the device, you're wondering, will I really enjoy that many colors or that much brightness on the device? How sharp are the colors? I would tell you that the Nokia 8 does not disappoint in that regard. If you're watching videos, if you're playing games, there is adequate color representation on the Nokia 8, which I think is very important, right? So you're not missing out on any colors or whatever when you use the device. So let's talk about performance on the Nokia 8, shall we? It is powered by a 1.8 GHz octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, A35 chipset. Now also, it would interest you to know that Nokia included something called a cooling system on the Nokia 8, such that when you're playing games for a very prolonged period of time, the device does not get heated. Isn't that cool? So yeah, one of my producers here at TechCity sat down and played games on this device and it did not heat up. I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty cool. However, I know sometimes it might just be that we're lucky to have this unit. Hopefully the unit that you get does not get heated up when you are playing games on it. But the fact that it comes with a cooling system, I think is hashtag goals right there. It comes with the Android 7.1 Nougat OS. Now, while the Nokia 8 runs on the Android 7.1 Nougat OS, there is already an arrangement and I think an announcement. Check out our website for that information. For every time the Android OS gets updated or upgraded somehow, Nokia 8 will also get that upgrade. So that's cool. So Oreo is coming soon to the Nokia 8. Can I get a whoop whoop? No? Okay. All right, moving on quickly, the device comes with 64 gigabytes of internal memory, and that is expandable to 256 gigabytes with an external SD card, which is pretty cool for all your pictures, your applications, all the productivity apps you could totally download on the device. It's 4 gigabytes of RAM, makes using the device and flipping from one application to another super fluid and very, very easy. Hashtag no lag. Now, while the Nokia liquid cooling system comes so that you don't burn out your battery that fast, the battery power on the Nokia 8 is 3090 milliamp hour. That is such a bummer. I expected it to be much higher than that, but because of the chipset that the device comes with, you're able to use the device for longer without having to charge your phone at every 5 minutes. If you're a very heavy user, you would have to recharge your device perhaps once during the day or twice, but it comes with a fast charging feature which allows you just plug and go. Yeah, so that's cool still. 3090 milliamp hour for a high-end device? Come on. Now, the camera on the Nokia 8 is 13 megapixels back-facing, dual lens camera and a flash. And we see, like I said, that love affair between Nokia and Zeiss has been reignited on the Nokia 8. And the front-facing camera is also 13 megapixels and it's got its dedicated flash. Well, sort of flash as well. Now, both cameras are set up to give you better pictures, more crispy images in low-lit environments, and I can say categorically that they kind of perform really okay. The back-facing camera, specifically, both lenses are for, very interestingly, very different reasons. While one lens takes black and white pictures, the second takes full colored, and you can decide to merge both pictures together, which will give you a much sharper image at the end of the day. And that, my friends, is hashtag goals. And you can, of course, decide to either use the black and white picture separately or the color picture separately, or just merge both together. So still on the camera, right? The back-facing camera, like I said, has dual lens, and the front-facing camera have a very interesting collaborative effort that they're trying to do here. All right, so there's something called Bothy, which is Nokia's way of having you take pictures, or in fact recording video with both the front-facing camera and the back-facing camera at the same time. So yes, that is possible. Now, if you take pictures with the Nokia 8 and its dual lens back-facing camera, it is super crisp. But if you're in a low-lit environment, it does not come out as sharp, because we find that while the two 13 megapixels cameras are supposed to give you better pictures in lit environments, somehow the sharpness of these pictures drop depending on how well lit the environment is. So you just need to know that, yeah, as you go along. So there's something called the Nokia Ozo Audio on the Nokia 8, and I think this is perhaps the most brilliant thing on this device. So it's a 3D spatial sound feature and the 360 degrees audio playback and recording feature on the device. What it does is, if you're recording anything, say you are a vlogger, for instance, or you are perhaps conducting an interview as a press person, or you're just somewhere and you want to get footage, you don't have to put the mouthpiece to your mouth or look for where the speaker is in order to get their voice recording. It is set up in such a way that you don't have to necessarily look for where whoever you want to record is standing. Essentially put the microphone of the smartphone to their faces or whatever. You don't need that, or be so close to the microphone. The 3D spatial sound feature allows the device to record sound from anywhere in the room. 360 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that's pretty cool for journalists out there, for people who are doing, like, work on the field or whatever, or bloggers, for instance, and maybe artists. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, in some way, yeah. You totally would find this very, very useful, and I love that. All right. There's also some very interesting features on the Nokia 8 that some people might not know about. So this is a pretty much Android feature. It also supports split screen. So if you're using a smartphone that's running on the Android 7.1 Nougat OS and up, yes, you should be able to at least use the split screen feature, which already is embedded on the Nokia 8. Some other gestures and motions that would just enable your use of the Nokia 8 more fun. Yeah, so you are able to tap on the power on and off button twice to launch your camera. You can also just do this when the device rings and you don't want to disturb anyone. Also, if you want to pick up your smartphone when it rings, once it rings, you're able to turn on the feature that allows you to just pick it up and then it just goes quiet. It completely mutes. I have to tell you how amazing wallpapers look on the Nokia 8. They are so bright. So you can play around with as many wallpapers as you want on your home, on your lock screen, and I'm sure that you will find that very useful. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so very much. That's been our review of the Nokia 8. It's a very beautiful device. I love the build. Love the build. It is so slick. So sleek. Feature-wise, just a few things impressed me personally, right? So the camera feature is pretty cool. You would see pictures that I took on the device, and I'm sure that you are going to holler. The Nokia Ozo sound is something I really like on the device. You can get creative and just record stuff, and it wouldn't sound like you are very far away or anything like that because it records in 3D. Really cool stuff. The internal storage is very impressive as well. I would have loved for the battery power to be a lot more, but then again, the chipset allows for more usage and less battery consumption. So I guess that's pretty okay. Let me know exactly what you love the most about the Nokia 8 or what you expected differently on the device. How exactly does this fare when you compare it with the Nokia 5, which we have reviewed already? Check out that in the link below. Make sure that you subscribe. Thank you very much. Subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Yes, that would be very well appreciated. My name is Bella Koji, and this has been so much fun, don't you think? All right, so we have to go now. I need to prepare for Christmas. Bye.